Hey, what's up? Haven't made a video in a little bit. Pull this reefer. Don't have quite as much time. But so been pulling reefer, a lot of produce, berries, different fruits, veg. So this week we ran some strawberries up to Pennsylvania, Ohio area, and then ran a load from Ohio over to Wisconsin, and then a load of potatoes. So tonight, there's no clean money. She ain't so clean. We drove through a friggin' blizzard, but there goes the wagon up in the air. So we hauled potatoes back down to Frito-Lay, and there goes our trailer up in the air. Man, it snowed in the negative temperatures. Roads blanked over through Illinois, through Kentucky, Tennessee. Made it to Hopkinsville, Kentucky last night and had to stop. Just couldn't see the road anymore. Everybody with these LED lights, you know, you can't. You got these LED lights so they don't melt the snow and the ice. So they get covered up. So you're riding along and all the snow dust is flying up around you and you can't see. So when it gets dark, you just gotta park it. So that's what we did. And we parked and took off this morning. So we took off, it was like 7:30 in the morning. What's up, man? Took off at like 7:30 this morning. So it's 8:30 here this time, and basically turned into about a 7.5 hour ride, turned into a 13.5 hour ride. Let's turn around so you can see this. Won't zoom. Hope you can see the taters up in there. There's a trailer up in the air. Yeah, turned into a really long ride. Pulled out of Hopkinsville this morning. Come up the on-ramp and immediately started spinning tires in the ice. Got up on I-24 and she was just a sheet of ice spinning tires. So we ride along there at 30, 35 mile an hour trying not to crash. And it was like that most of the day. It took me till about lunchtime just to get to Nashville. That's double the time. It's just really slow going. Broker's calling. When you gonna check in? You know I'm gonna be a little bit late. That was one hell of a storm, and it's still going on up there. But got to Nashville, got out of the mess just south a little ways, and started making a little more time after that. But we got in here, there were no trucks here. The man was waiting on me. Said the tanks are running empty. And Frito-Lay, they got a lot of potato chips to make. We're back here unloading, so you can't see the whole place. So you can't see the whole place. It's like a city here, pretty big. That's how they do it. Here's my potatoes coming off the truck. Pouring out of the wagon, onto the belt, and up the conveyor. Into the plant, and out comes tater chips. So, a lot of hard work goes into them tater chips. I am beat. Let's go ahead and look at this wagon up in the air. And that's how you unload taters. So I can go on and on, but I'm tired. I don't even know what to talk about. But I figured I could share the unload a minute. Man, I'm tired. This is where I'm camping out tonight. We're gonna get those out of the truck. Now I'm gonna go out there in that big lot and go to sleep. We'll worry about the rest tomorrow when it gets here. Another cool place, Frito-Lay. Making potato chips. We haul it all, we don't care. Hancock, Wisconsin. Big, beautiful farms out there. The part of the trip, when we got empty up there, I had to load it the next day, so I went down to Toma. The other part of the story for this trip, got to Toma, parked, idled the truck up, left the reefer running because it got down to -16. I went over and checked into the travel lodge, got myself a room, had a good dinner, rested up, got up at 5 a.m. Gonna head over and load and get an early start. Figured I'd be here way early in the morning this morning. Went to take off, and truck started stumbling, trying to quit. About the time I got away from town out in the woods, that kind of cold, gets a little freaky if the thing dies on you, because you ain't gonna make it real far in that kind of cold hiking. So I figured out it was a damn filter plugged up. So went and got filters, and that plugged up because I'm a Florida guy, East Coast guy. Normally don't worry about running anti-gel, but I don't run in negative temperatures either. So I put a bunch of anti-gel in there. That stuff grabs a hold of your moisture in your tanks, your algae, anything in there, grabs a hold of it. Run it through the filters. It got it plugged up my primary. Ended up going south down to Portage to the Petro to get some, and got it all fixed up, got it running. Went over and loaded, and man, by the time I did all that day before yesterday, I was pretty spent. Made it down to Rockford, got up, started slipping and sliding the rest of the day yesterday. Down south of Effingham, south of Ina. Ina was real bad. There were crashes. A couple four-wheeler, a couple cars decided to stop in the highway. Semis coming along, got to sliding, trying to avoid them, went in the ditch. It's cool they ditched it, but you know, people being dumbasses cost them guys a lot. And two trucks went in the ditch, and one of them was a tanker, and he didn't quite all the way in the ditch. His trailer was hanging out, and of course a Swifty. Imagine that. Swift come by and tags him in the rear. Swift spins out, slides up under the overpass, and blocked off the highway, so we had to jump off. That was right there by the DeCoins, the exit where you go to the DeCoin Fairgrounds. And got off, went to the other side of the interstate and run down 37. That was a hold up for a while, and got held up a little farther down. But oh, rough ride, man. It's some bad weather out there. Got here, and like the man said, I was the only guy here. They needed these taters. It's a big operation, and they were running low. One guy just pulled in over here. He's sitting here off to the side. But yeah, I imagine a lot of stuff's held up through this storm. There's guys parked, guys in the ditch. There's trucks everywhere except for going down the road. So probably gonna be a lot of product held up. I don't know if it'll be enough to make the store shelves go dry, but it's going to slow things down a bit. I guess it's still going on up there. Anyway, I ramble on all night. I'm tired. I just wanted to share these taters getting unloaded. It's kind of cool. We'll do a walk around one more time. Lots of taters. The whole trailer has to come through here, so this may take a minute. The good thing is there was no wait. I just pulled up here, backed up on the ramp. He raised her up in the air and started dumping. Here's how that goes. Just raise the whole thing up in the air. Head back out here for a minute. Looks like I won the race. I'm the only one up here, but now here comes two more. They originally wanted this here at 2:30 this afternoon. I'm late, but not that damn late. And I made it, so got a light out. So this ice built up all over the wires, and when the ice decided to bust loose and fall out, it took my wires with it. So we'll go clean all the calcium and the salt and shit off here in the morning when I wake up. But the glamorous life of a trucker. We're not even going to have dinner tonight. Just going to pull out there in that field and go to bed. There's my wagon up in the air. Alright guys, that's about all I got. All I have to share right now. Hauling taters, Frito-Lay. Tired. Climb up in the truck, call my QT, tell her good night. She'll be done with me in a minute, and I'll be out of here too. Good night, truck 'em up.